Hey, you know, the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and I think CBS's pregame show starts in about 10 minutes. You could call it the Bro Bowl. Sibling rivalry doesn't get much more intense than this. You got two brothers as head coaches facing off against each other Sunday in New Orleans in front of the nationwide audience that rivals no other. This year's Super Bowl, a family affair, one that is literally pitting one Harbaugh brother against the other. There are always head games before a big game or before a Super Bowl game. I got to think, Joe, that these guys are so into each other's heads at this point. They've been playing these kinds of games, you would think, all their lives. Is this game going to be coached like a brother versus brother coach game, or is it just like any other game?
If this were a courtroom, I would say there's no precedent because no brother has ever met a brother before. They've met each other once in a regular season last year. Little brother Jim beat big brother John 16-6. It was in Baltimore. Different time because there was a different quarterback for San Francisco way back when. I think what we're going to get here, not to get in X's and O's too much, is a close game. And I think for people that are watching here in the New York area, that's all we want. We want to see a close game. We want to see good commercials, and we want to see if Alicia Keys goes over in the national anthem as far as that prop is concerned. But we could broach that.
But I'm not letting you off the hook yet on this because are they going to coach specifically because my brother, he likes to run. He always told me he was going to go for the post pattern on 3rd and long, and I think he's going to. You think there's any of that, or is it just? It's just one team versus another.
It's another guy on the sidelines with different personnel and different schemes, and I don't think it's a matter of I think I could win a game of chess with my brother here because I know what he's thinking.
And plus, it's not chess because the offensive coordinators, right up in the booth, you don't know. You may know your brother, but you don't know what that coordinator is going to call.
There's only so much control you have during a game as a head coach, and in this case, yeah, the offensive
It's more the
coordinators
offensive
have
coordinator.
How many split shots are we going to get during the game?
Oh, God.
About 100.
Harbaugh versus the other
less than
Harbaugh.
100. Less
More
than
like
100.
more split shots than wide shots.
That may be one of the prop bets that's going on in Las Vegas
Oh,
right now.
that's
There are
exotic,
tons of them.
yeah.
But let me start with the overall first. Do you think this is going to be a close game? We've had quite a few of them in recent Super Bowls, or do you think it may not be as tight as everybody's hoping?
30-27 is what I'll just put on the table.
I'm going to call that a tight
close.
game.
49ers.
I've been here. Yeah, I kind of like my producer on the show this morning. He was saying 24-20. I like that. I like 24-20 Baltimore.
Tight game, great performance at halftime by Beyonce.
Will be a real performance.
And she's singing.
Question.
She's singing.
Wait, whether it's Memorex or real, it really doesn't matter to me as long as it's Beyonce.
I love her too.
Well, you got a real sparkle in your eye when you say that, Dad.
I'm gonna go with. I'm a Maryland native. I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I have a totally made up opinion. I have no idea.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, now it's the single most bet on event. It is the single most bet on event, right? It's not the NCAA tournament beats it a little.
Amazing stat that about $100 million will be bet in Vegas. Overall, about $100 billion will be bet when you put in office pools and when you put a call in from that guy Tony down the street and offshore betting and all that nonsense. Yes.
This disclaimer: we do not endorse those bets that are not made legally.
That is correct. Yes,
So
we're not advocating this
don't
behavior.
do it.
in any
But there are
way.
some funny bets, prop bets that they call that people are having, and casinos even throw up odds on these. Like how long it's going to take Alicia Keys to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Right. Is this just people betting on anything?
There is a method to this madness, though. Okay.
Really?
Again, we're not endorsing anything here, but Alicia Keys said in an interview that she's going to do a unique performance of the national anthem. Unique means longer.
Yeah.
Longer means over the 2 minutes and 15 seconds they currently have in Vegas right now. There are others. You brought up the brothers
you,
before.
Alicia.
Why couldn't my opinion be shorter?
That's a lip sync,
Right?
by the way.
It may be shorter.
Why-
She might just read
abbreviated.
different emphasis.
A 90-second version.
I hear a unique version of the Star Spangled Banner. I start to worry a little bit. There's another bet. Who will the Super Bowl MVP thank first? Teammates, coach, family, God, the owner, no one?
If Ray Lewis wins,
God.
you never guess who he's going to.
Well, yeah.
God, they're going to think God. no
Morgan
matter
Freeman
what.
gets thanked first.
Well, they couldn't. Yeah.
God.
Right. There are other props as well, and I know we got to get out. For instance, what color Gatorade will be poured on the winning coach?
Fabulous.
You could bet yellow, you could bet orange, you could bet blue. Here's my thing that I never quite understood.
Yeah.
If I'm the water boy, I'm making $25,000 a year. Am I not borrowing some money, flying to Vegas, and then making sure that orange is in that Gatorade?
Yeah.
Putting money on my own,
Well,
drink.
but Alicia Keys could make a cool fortune by extending the length of the national anthem if she wanted to.
Yes, these can be manipulated.
Will Jay-Z appear on stage with Beyonce at the halftime of the Super Bowl?
Ooh, I hope so. Oh, I hope so.
That doesn't. Really?
I'm actually
Jay-Z.
gonna watch this.
I still got goosebumps from them walking into the inauguration. I mean, oh my gosh.
I'm going to play, just the
Yeah.
contrarian here for a moment.
Uh-huh.
I admire Jay-Z and Beyonce because in Hollywood today, you have couples that get married and break up all the time. They have dated since Beyonce was 19. She's now 32. They dated for 10 years. They're married. You don't hear a peep about them in terms of anything, in terms of domestic problems. So I hope he comes out there. They are America's golden Hollywood couple
Wait,
right now, and
I'm
two great
confused.
performers.
I'm confused.
Yes.
Say that again. You said you what? How did you start this off? You said you.
He was ad-libbing. I don't think
You know,
he
you
know
said
that.
you admire. You admire them.
I admire them deeply. Yes, absolutely. They're one of the few that actually stay together.
And-
they make
okay,
a ton of
okay,
money.
okay,
They're
okay,
impossibly
okay,
talented.
Okay.
All right.
Here's where I'm going with
Yeah.
this. I think you would admire them, right?
Sure, they're terrific.
Okay. I admire them. Coming to you next. So that leaves you.
Couldn't care less.
He's
Couldn't
apathetic.
care less.
There's also a prop, by the way.
Sick of Hollywood. I'm like, wait, it's like Chris Rock said. A guy says, "I take care of my kids." You're supposed to take care of your kids. Good, they stay together.
TJ?
You're supposed to stay together.
TJ, I hate to point this out, but they live in Westchester.
I'm saying.
WVOX. They could be listeners.
They are watching.
Though if they're watching this, they're.
You know what? If they're listening, good. Stay together. You're supposed to stay together. You're married. You're supposed to stay together.
There's one more prop, Andrew.
I'm not looking for a medal.
Quickly.
In the Beyonce Jay-Z thing, since this
Yep.
has a lot of mileage. Beyonce, will she come out with curly hair or straight? It was straight at the inauguration. She always has to remake herself. It's curly.
I'm taking the long odds and going for no hair. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's Grand Central's 100th birthday. Up
Yeah.
next, we take you there for some of the hidden secrets of the New York City landmark.